Excuse me, ma'am. Can I get you to sign up for AncestryMix.com?
No. I like to keep all my body parts. Thank you. Have a nice day. I am very sure. I am sure. Thank you.
My mentor told me the DNA has to line up perfectly, but this batch didn't.
G. Check. H. Check. G. Check. D. Hey, why isn't this sequencing on D? Hey, Dr. Oko? I think you might need to come take a look at this. Something's going very wrong with our culture.
Blackness and appeal.
Young Jedi, the seat of power is in the mind. Once the mind is stolen, all else is up for grabs. So, you must protect the Ka of the Sixth House. They intend to steal the Sixth Ka and rob you of your vision power. If that happens, they will have access to your soul, and that is what they really want. Yes, Head Muka, it is the mind that sees, not the eyes. Young Jedu, how far is it to the edge of this world?
As far as the end, the beginning of the thought?
Yes, Mentu, you have received inner light. Knowledge is grander than the stars, watchful keepers of time and space.
Master Sarah, when will I be born from the body of the god, as spoken of in the scriptures of old?
Continue to pursue your path from darkness to light, and eventually you will fill your temple with the fire of the gods. They will give you new feet to stand on. Continue to build your temple as the serpent rises. Until it rises to the top of your head. When that has been achieved, you will be fixed in the pole star, causing a direct path in the blue void to be opened before you. And all the knowledge of the indestructibles will be available to you. Time and space disappear. But remember, my friends, compassion steers the boat of the one whose flesh is eaten by the gods.
change? I think I'm crazy.
I don't think that could have happened. But the problem is definitely with our cultures, though. It's as if they're unique in some way we haven't figured out yet. Maybe the disease causes the mismatch. Considering how I got those cells, I'm starting to wonder. What's really going on here? Those NSA guys told me those cells came from Yale. That's a little strange.
That's what the president said. And in other news, here's an interesting report from pharmaceutical giant Acu-Labs. It seems that specialists there have created a new way to get a nearly instant tan. Take 2 pills and in only 5 minutes, a person will get a tan that would normally require a good 1 hour of basking in the sun. Yeah, you might need to. And check out the unexpected side effect. It seems that taking this new pill called Life 225 not only causes instant tans, but it solves your erectile dysfunction problems as well.
What? I knew they'd figure that out eventually.
This is no joke. You could lay on your back and still stand tall, dark, and handsome. I guess there really is something to those cravings for chocolate candy.
Who the hell is that?
And in other news...
Who is it?
Dr. Oko, this is Agent Gray with the U.S. government.
U.S. government?
I need to speak with you for a moment.
Agent? FBI?
Dr. Oko, good evening. I'm Agent Gray. This is Agent Suki. We're here on behalf of the National Security Agency. Can we have a few moments with you? Sure.
Those guys seem legitimate. And it seemed like I could be of some help.
Dr. Oko, your work has not gone unnoticed by our department. We would be willing to set up your lab and provide all of the support you need to develop this cure.
You won't have to teach any classes while working on this project. And we'll provide some extra funds for your daily needs.
Oh, confidential, of course. You'd be doing a great service for your country.
Wow. Wow. I'd have to talk to my chairman first about this.
All personnel from the university president to your department chair have been informed of our interests.
We already have all the approvals.
You mean this project will help African people with a disease that affects them in Africa?
That's right. The disease is closely related to sickle cell, except it's caused by another oddly shaped cell.
We believe that you can find a cure for this disease.
That's it.
Dr. Nebula and see what he knows.
Yeah, you got a point, I think. Wait, what did you say?
Dr. Nebula.
Setan will be busy. I must go to this time, lest the seed of Ra might lose this one. Great mind that is light, how shall I intervene? Speak to me, great Netaru. Great woman of the house, mother of the country, mistress of light and truth. I, the voice of him who is the great house and maker of peace, father of the country, Amenhotep, request a word with you, your greatness.
You may speak, Master Imhotep.
The stars have spoken. I have seen a great catastrophe in the time of the fish. I must go there myself to that time to protect the seed of Ra.
And you will go yourself?
Yes, my lady, I must go.
Master Sarah, you must be very concerned to do that. Then I will go as well. I will enter into the field of seeds and emerge into that time. Prepare my launch. Find out from the gods who my parents of that time will be.
Yes, my lady, it is done.
Ready to transform to the future time of 2,000 years into the age of the fish. Send me to the field of seeds.
So, that is why I have brought you here to my temple. Hostile beings from the constellation Dracos have invaded the Earth realm and introduced a negative pattern. But their destruction of the Earth's environment has caused their fertility rate to deteriorate. Once again, they have resorted to cloning as they did before the annihilation of the great cities of Mars. The humans, having forgotten their past, are beginning to see these aliens as humans. Only a select few know the truth. Jedi, we have a job to do. We must protect the Queen in your time.
For example, this is a statue of an Egyptian priest in a martial arts stance wearing a gi. I took this picture myself many years ago when I visited the Royal Ontario Museum in Canada, where they have some 6,000 artifacts that are stolen from Africa. Behind this statue is a bas relief of an Egyptian priest showing you the appropriate way to tie and wrap a gi with a black belt in the same manner that it is done today.
So what you're saying, karate didn't come from Asia?
Not originally. Let me show you something. The world-known Grandmaster Oyama wrote way back in 1958 that the oldest record of martial arts are found on the walls in Egypt. But karate has evolved into many different forms as it spread throughout Africa and Asia. There are many different homegrown versions, such as Japanese karate, which is known as Shotokan, or Kempo, Taekwondo. Another example would be Jiu-Jitsu.
In Brazil, it's taught as a dance form.
Yeah, capoeira.
Actually, it started as a dance form. The Egyptians saw life as a dance of the cosmos, and dance was the mode that they used to connect with the flow of the vital forces, also called Ba, or soul of breath. And George Lucas did not create the concept of the Jedi, not even the word. This is an Egyptian word for a master of the cosmic forces. A highly evolved priest, the perfect vessels of the gods. The Jedis refer to them as Necheru, the origin of the word nature in the English language today.
My dad tried to explain it to me one time. He said that the word Jedi means something about temple pillars or some columns and our backbones. I still don't get it though.
He's actually correct on all points. The Jedis were like the backbone of the Egyptian society. They actually counseled pharaohs because they were wise and all-knowing in areas of nature and time. They were prophets, stargazers. They were the most knowledgeable scientists in the entire world. The word Jedi means stabilizer, referring to the society or the nation. They actually belonged to a council that was responsible for both the progress of the educational system, the defense system, basically keeping it stable and upright, just the same as a human backbone is responsible for keeping a human upright.
I'm learning about a Korean form of karate, where we learn about the force. Some say chi and some say ki, but you're saying that it comes from an older Egyptian culture?
Absolutely. All forms of martial art have their origins in the ancient science of the soul. A few thousand years after Egypt evolved under the reign of Tutmosis III, Pharaoh Tutmosis III, from about 1503 BC to 1450 BC, the science of martial arts was taken to India and to the area that is now called China by his priest class. At that time, the nation of Kemet, whom the Greeks will later call Aegyptos, extended all the way to today's China.
Now that you mention India, I practice yoga, and some of the karate forms kind of like remind me of yoga.
Yes, yoga is the parent form of martial arts. Yoga involves the science of the 7 bodies. The unification of the 7 souls of man. Okay, the Egyptian priests believed that the human had 7 souls. While martial arts does involve a fighting or a defense orientation, the original concept involves the person mastering the energetic forces of the 7 bodies or powers of a human being.
Did you say 7 souls?
Yes, 7 souls for 7 levels of life. The Egyptian mind was very complicated and focused on the spiritual nature of life. They saw cosmos in the man and man in the cosmos.
Hey, isn't that in the Bible? Something about 7 souls?
Yes, it is in the book of the Revelation of St. John the Divine.
Well, I didn't hear about all that in my Taekwondo class, but how did you learn about all that?
Using the skills that you are supposed to be getting in school. I don't know, like reading, going to the library. It's all out there if you get off of your butt and go out there and find it. I was always interested in Egyptian history since I was a child. I don't really know why. Anyway, we're out of time. I'll see you all next class.
Yeah, that was some deep stuff. I have to check that out.
Hi, you teaching here?
Yes, I just started the semester. I'm Thai Masters. I teach African history.
Okay. I'm Chaka Oko. I teach biochemistry here. Hey, I'm here to get some lunch. You hungry?
Actually, I am starving. Where are you going to eat?
Wherever you going. What kind of food do you like?
Well, actually, I'm a vegetarian. So I was going to go to my normal spot on T Street where I can get a falafel.
Pizzeria? I'm there. I'll see you in a few minutes.
Yeah, he meant that in the teacher. I'm gonna have to tap her too.
Yeah!
What's with you, Dr. O? What's got you all hyped, Dr. O?
I'm just in a good mood. Can I have a good day?
Sure. Well, so far nothing's working. I did some comparison samples from some genetics in the pool, and I'm beginning to wonder if these people really even came from Africa.
What? They aren't African.
Well, they only match part of the pattern of the expected African DNA sequences.
What?
Well, look for yourself. Check this out.
Uh-huh. That's not matching, is it?
So why would someone have cells of people in Africa all the way at Yale? It's some kind of unheard of disease anyway.
Yeah, that's exactly what I started to ask myself.
And?
I can't come up with any good reasons. All my other ones are disturbing.
Really? Have you considered researching the guy that came up with the disease anyway?
Yeah, I called a few people I know. They told me they never heard of this Dr. Zebulon. I got an APB out on this guy as we speak. Hopefully, somebody will get me his info.
Wow, you know what? I think that this is kind of interesting. I think there is a lot more to this story than what you're being told.
You say that.
Let's call it women's intuition. I mean, it's getting all of this special attention from the government, right? The NSA does not usually get involved with anything that does not have to deal with medicine or diseases unless it has something to do with the military. So why are they pushing you? And I mean, come on, this is Africa. So why is the government involved? I can't remember the last time the government had any involvement with stamping out diseases in Africa. This seems a bit suspicious to me.
Look, I know you're into black history and all of that, but you sound a bit jaded, my conspiracy sister.
No doubt, no doubt. So you trust the government? You better check the records. There's always some shady dealings when the government involves itself with problems of Africa. No, that is true.
What you doing?
I'm listening to the sky.
What's it saying?
The 7 sisters are yelling. 3 stars are in alignment.
And?
They say we're about to cross over. That we're at a critical point.
Cross over what?
To the next great era. The New Age.
That's it?
No, they say a diabolical plan is about to be exposed. They say the enemy is stalking us, making his move.
What? Who's the enemy?
Mulu, translucent aliens.
How you doing today?
Very well, thank you. Here's that folder you're asking for.
Thanks, Delma.
You're welcome.
I've got to get out of this place.
The codes must match perfectly. So far, he hasn't delivered. But when he does, we'll be able to create the wonder drug for the disease. And we'll be billionaires, buddy. This is bigger than insider trading.
Won't a lot of people die if you market this fake shit? They're still talking about that situation in Nigeria where Pfizer did those trials with Trovan and it messed up those kids.
Jeb, those Africans are gonna die anyways, from age or something. And nobody gives a shit about Africans anyways, except for some liberal ass actors. Hey, we'll be giving them some more babies to adopt. How about that? Let's give them some more publicity. Hey, I didn't create those sitting ducks. I figure with the right campaign, I figure we can get several African countries to buy our product.
Good for you. But I've got other needs. You just make sure Dr. Oko doesn't follow in the path of our friend, Dr. Zebula.
Hey, don't panic. Agent Gray is keeping close tabs on him.
Man, I had dreads. I left the blunt, man. The J just caught my dreads on fire, man.
That what have I seen?
They don't need no water. Man, look. I had to knock that motherfucker out, man.
Real shit, man. Yeah, that punk ass bitch be trying motherfuckers all the time around here, man. I'm about to square up on his ass, you know what I'm saying? Man, did you see his face, yo?
See his face? I did that shit, man. I thought his ass to miss me, nigga, man.
Yeah, definitely. Hold up. Who the fuck is this old nigga right here, man? Man, what the fuck does he have on? You see that shit? What year is that bitch in? Shit, I don't know. I think he stepped out of the darn 60s or something. I'm trying to tell you, man. Look, hey, you look like a victim. I can tell you. Definitely do that. Yeah, go ahead. That shit,
What's up, man?
What's up, guys?
Alright.
He's coming on your right.
Need another black, man. You got some change? Nah, man. I ain't got no change. Got no change?
Got some change, dog.
Get that. You ain't got no change. Get that.
Yeah, dog. See that shit? Oh, no, hell no. I ain't see that shit. Oh, hell no, man. You about to ruin my damn fun. Shit.
Who are you?
Sarah.
Are you blood?
Yes, but not immediate.
So, what brought you to me?
You were listening.
But I'm always listening.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you need to learn how to respect your elders, bruh. Yeah, that's gonna hurt for about a good 2 weeks. You'll be alright. Yeah, take that trash with you.
We have to meet. I have crossed over into your time.
Crossed over from where?
Another time zone. I am Kemetu.
Do I know you?
Not yet. I am not so famous. But you know my royal family. Queen Tai sent me.
Queen Tai? 18th dynasty?
Yes, she has entered into your time also, in the flesh, by the way of the field of seeds.
Field of seeds. Reincarnation.
She is teaching at the university. Go and tell her I have sent you. She has come into this lower vibration of your time and cannot hear me. I need your ears.
Egyptians had laser technology. So that's how they cut the blocks. NASA knew all about this.
And that's right, Doctor. And they also know about the teleporting for the pyramids too. But there's something more pressing that you need to know.
And you are?
I am KaMau at your service.
Hey, wait a minute. I saw you the other day at the pizzeria. You were sitting at the bar.
Right you are, Dr. Oko. I've been sent to protect you and your new friends.
Protect me? Against what? And who sent you?
You're in danger, Dr. Oko. You are right to question the sincerity of the agents. They were using you to hurt the people.
What? How do you know about that? Are you spying on us?
Yes. I knew about them before you knew. And I will answer all of your questions. But first, let me check you for bugs.
Bugs? Oh, I see. Man, I am not bugged.
What's that?
What the hell is that?
Just as I thought. They were listening.
What the hell is that?
A listening device. You gotta get out of here. Come on.
So you're telling me I'm working on a dummy pill that's used to kill people?
Yes. That's why the DNA chains don't synchronize. The cells are not from real humans.
This some crazy sci-fi shit you talking now.
Oh yeah? Dr. Oko, have you ever worked with cells of reptiles?
In some remote past in graduate school I did, but what does that have to do with this problem?
I believe you will find the key to your dilemma if you compare your DNA samples to the DNA of a reptile, perhaps a snake.
Oh, this is ludicrous, man. I can't believe I'm spending my time listening to you tell me this nonsense. Go tell your boss, M-Help, Intercept, whatever his name is, I ain't biting.
Okay, Dr. Oko. I feel pretty confident you'll be looking for me as soon as your assistant throws a little bit of reptile in the soup. And you better hope that DNA does match.
So that's what he said. Frankly, I don't believe this shit. But I am curious as to how this guy fits into this web of intrigue. It came across as pretty serious, though. And he did find that listening device in my jacket. I took it to one of my buddies over in the engineering department. He told me, yeah, Oko, this is the real thing right here. So now I don't know who to believe. I don't know who to trust.
You can trust me. But I told you, I don't trust those NSA agents anyways. Oops.
Don't worry about it. Hey, what's that? A tattoo?
No, it's a birthmark actually. It's always been there. My mother said when she saw that, she knew I had been here before. She said that it's a symbol of a tribe from long ago. I don't know what to think. I guess it does make me feel like I'm connected to the past somehow. This is because of what she used to say about it. You from royalty, girl. You from royalty.
Wow, that's really interesting. Kind of reminds me of a cartouche.
Yeah, it does kind of look like a cartouche. I never noticed that before.
Let me investigate this a little closer. I'm getting a signal.
Yeah, well, check me thoroughly.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. And I hope you're getting the right signal. That's fine.
Dr. Masters, you have forgotten something important. I will send a friend to remind you of the reason that you have come into this time. You will soon meet the Red Hawk.
Whoa. That was a strange dream.
Time is it?
NASA going back to the space station. I wonder what's really up with that.
Okay, so what's got you all cooked up now?
Well, Dr. Oko, I don't know what this means, but the DNA is suddenly matching.
Well, that's fantastic. We're finally making some progress with our cultures. I knew you could do it.
No, Dr. O, we aren't any closer. In fact, we're far from the finish line. Well, this is the snake DNA that you told me to order. It's matching.
What? The NSA culture came from a snake?
Well, actually, it's worse than that.
Okay, young lady, where's this going?
Well, the DNA we've been working with in that culture is part human and part reptile. That's the match.
I feel pretty confident. You'll be looking for me as soon as your assistant throws a little bit of reptile in soup.
I can't believe I'm actually considering contacting this nutcase, this Sarah. But on the other hand, I don't have a clue about what's going on. I don't know what this means.
So what are we gonna do?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah, nothing. Till I can figure out how he knew this DNA would match. He definitely knew it would match. We'll keep this on the DL until I can figure out exactly who I need to talk to.
So, he stumbled on the real evidence.
Well, I mentioned to him that he might want to bring a snake in the lab. Yeah.
He'll need protection. They'll be coming for him now.
Well, Mr. Sarah, what should we do?
Don't let him out of your sight. He will come to you. Let us begin. Exercise 3.
Dr. Masters. Excuse me, Dr. Masters, can I speak with you a minute?
Why, sure.
I'm Red Hawk. I work in the Department of Anthropology, and I need to speak with you about a project I'm working on. Could we maybe speak over there?
Sure.
So I'm wondering what you know about this.
Only that Egyptian monarchs always had scholar priests as their advisors.
No, I mean this particular Jedi.
Oh, I didn't think you knew that terminology. Well, I don't know of him, but we often don't know of the important advisors Our research just isn't that thorough yet. Historians often don't pay much attention to the advisors, unless they were famous over several generations, like the great Imhotep of the Third Dynasty.
Yes, I understand what you're saying. I just thought I'd try. Anyway, this one tells me that you may be in danger because of your knowledge of certain cultural matters about this ancient culture you know about here. And he told me to tell you that you are the reincarnation of Queen Tai of the 18th dynasty.
What?
In fact, he told me to tell you that your mother was correct. You are of royal blood.
What? Okay, Oko, this is a good trick. So, Mr. Red Hawk, if that is indeed who you are, when did Chaka plan this little trick?
I don't know Chaka. I don't know whoever he is. I'm still trying to put this together myself. But he could be involved, whoever he is.
So you're really telling the truth, aren't you?
Of course. I'm not interested in playing any games when things are so serious in the world right now.
I apologize. I jumped the gun. So how did you meet this Imhotep Sarah?
Well, technically, I haven't met him yet. I mean, I've only heard from him. It's kind of hard to explain.
I've got plenty of time. Truly, I've got plenty of time.
That's Red Hawk. He's kind of old country. Medicine man, dabbles in traditional stuff. He's a shaman and a psychic, so he might be picking up on some of this. Better keep an eye on him too. But don't get too close or he'll pick up on your scent.
My scent?
So you hear this voice and you're sure it's him?
I'm sure, no doubt. I've got a lot of information from him already, and it all checked out. Like he told me about you. I didn't know anything about you until this morning. And you were right where he said you'd be. Oh, it's for real. He told me you'd have royal cartouche on your left foot. Let me see your left foot.
I told you about that.
Okay.
Dr. Masters, you have forgotten something important. I will send a friend to remind you of the reason that you have come into this time.
All right. I'm ready to listen now.
So it's for real. You're very beautiful, just like the Queen. So, we'll meet tomorrow morning.
So what's the update?
Dr. Oko ordered some cells of a snake. I think this might present a problem.
Now why would he have done that?
My sources tell me that he's getting his information from a student who might be studying a bit too much.
Eventually, his samples will show a match. And that will be a major problem. Send someone over to his place and give him a good reason why his samples match. Whatever you come up with, make sure you keep him on task. We need that formula Time is running short.
I'll come up with a good story.
Put a tag on that smart-ass student.
You bet.
I see you are diligently working on our project.
Yes, I am.
So we're close to a cure for this dreaded disease?
Yes, we finally isolated all of the structures and can tell the characteristics of the relationships. Now it's just a matter of time.
So, what makes this disease so potent?
I'm not sure. You'll have to ask Dr. Oko about that one. I'm no expert.
Dr. Oko tells me that you used some reptile DNA to break the code?
He did.
We'll keep this on the DL.
Oh, well, I didn't get the whole story on that.
So you don't know how that helped?
No, Dr. Oko said the reptile DNA was some sort of contamination that got into the culture. We're not sure how that happened.
I see. Well, I guess that was a relief. Tell Dr. Oko we'll be back to talk with him about a timeline. People are dying out there. We need that cure.
Okay, I sure will.
So what we wanted to know was if you'd heard about any of this from your elders, Baba Olusegun.
Oh yes. Yes, we know all about the visitors. All across the continent of Africa, we know about the visitors. Our ancestors left us plenty of information about the visitors. Some of them are okay, and some are hostile, in fact, towards humans. But I believe you're referring to the gray dudes, the reptiles. Now they are hostile, and they did clone a race of workers here just before the last ice age. And that's what the old Gilgamesh story is about. It talks about these hairy clones, very hairy clones, and how eventually one day they mixed in with the humans. It's a very, very deep story. It's a heavy story.
Ananakum, gods from the skies. It's in the Bible too.
Oh yeah, they come back from time to time. Yeah, they come back to check on their people, check on their folks. And these Greys, they have managed to mix in with certain royal bloodlines on the planet. And they practically run the planet.
So how do you tell a clone from a human?
It's a good question.
Good question. Well, a clone is just a copy. It's not the real thing. You cannot copy a soul. Now, even though they have human-like bodies, they do not have human souls. And remember, the eye, or your eyes, are the window to the world, but it also is the mirror to the soul. So when you look him in his eye and you see no reflection, you got yourself a clone.
think somebody's starting to talk to me. Did he say aliens?
No, that's not what he said. He said they.
Okay. That's got to be some kind of sign or something. Now I'm hearing things.
No, I have somebody you need to meet.
Hostile beings from the constellation.
What the hell is that?
Have invaded the Earth realm and introduced a negative pattern. But their destruction of the Earth's environment has caused their fertility rate to deteriorate. They have resorted to cloning as they did before the annihilation of the great cities of Mars.
That shit can't be real.
So you actually believe this Imhotep character?
Sarah is real. He is an avatar that has come from some other time into this time. How he did that, I don't know, but his message is disturbing and we better take him seriously.
Red Hawk is the guy that I saw in the dream. He said he heard the same information that you discussed with KaMau Sarah a few weeks ago. He says the tissue culture that you have was given to you for a different purpose altogether.
What?
They want you to develop a cure for some other disease that they haven't told you about.
There's another disease?
That's right, Doc.
Yes, a disease that only affects certain people on this planet.
You mean people over in Africa, right?
No, not black people at all. In fact, I hesitate to say people. Technically, they're not quite people. More like copies.
What? Man, there you go again with the wild stuff. Spell it out.
Here it comes now.
I don't know if you're ready for this, Doc, but here's the scoop. Not everyone on this planet is human.
Yeah, some belong to another species.
Some belong to another species. Then some are actual clones of humans. We are dealing with a hostile species. They work within the ruling elite to create a world of slaves. They are a type of vampire. They live off the life force of humans.
The elders of my tribe have talked about this for centuries. I also checked with one of my African elders about their understanding of this, and he assures me that there is some truth to this story.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble. All of this reminds me of this dude right here.
It's on now. They know you're getting the word. Be cool, Dr. Oko.
Dr. Oko, can I speak with you for a minute?
Sure.
I smell something.
Yeah. Something rotten.
Dr. Oko, I assume you're not discussing your work with these people.
No, of course not. This is a classified project, right?
That's right, Dr. Oko. We're concerned that you may be mingling with some fringe characters, possibly agents of an underground terrorist organization. Perhaps you should sever your ties with these unsavory characters.
Well, these guys are all right, but I'll think about it.
No, Dr. Oko. We want you to end your association with these people while you're working for us.
Wait a minute. I never agreed to give up my life because I'm working on this project with you guys. You're not choosing my friends. Besides, what's the big secret? We're supposed to be trying to cure a disease, right? And you guys are worse than a bad wife.
Okay, you're gonna need some backup now.
We're going to have to protect the doctor and the queen. And at the proper time, we'll take those agents out.
How would we know when we should take them out?
I'll give you the word. Then you'll do the job. It must be undercover so that it does not draw too much attention. Close your eyes. Lock your eyes on the temple door of the sixth Ka and focus on this. The soul force is divided into 7 distinct bodies of power. You must bring them into balance. The breath is the key.
listening devices.
It's clear, except for the usual stuff. I'll take care of that.
Oh, well, that's probably a good idea because I've got some bad news for you.
What now?
We found Dr. Zebula, only he's not Dr. Zebula.
Just when I thought this mystery couldn't get any worse. Give me the bad news.
Well, I got an email today from a friend who had a friend who works at a lab in Yale, and you might want to read this.
Dear Sophia, I regret to inform you that Dr. Zebula was murdered 2 months ago, right after he announced to some colleagues that he had found a cure for AIDS. This information has not been revealed to the public, only that he died. The public was told that he died of a heart attack. The news stories claim his car went off a ramp, and it proclaimed his death an accident. But I spoke with my source at the hospital, and they told me it was a syringe in the heart. He was definitely murdered. I have been told that Dr. Zebula was working on a secret project for the government related to some new disease in Africa. I do not know the nature of this assignment, but it must have been related to his findings and his unfortunate death. Incidentally, Dr. Zebula was an alias to hide his true identity. Most in the scientific community around here think of him as the genius of Fort Detrick, mastermind of biochemical weapons. In truth, he was actually one of Hitler's young medical recruits that our government brought into the U.S. after the war. He was a Nazi doctor who was an expert on cloning. He had been recruited by Hitler's doctors to find a way to clone Hitler. Fortunately for the world, Hitler died before he figured that out. But he continued his work on creating poisonous gases and cell cloning here in the U.S. I guess a cure for AIDS must have been scarier to somebody within the academy than the stuff he was making to kill off half the world. If you are asking about Dr. Zebula, I suspect you are already in danger. For your own protection, keep this information to yourself. The Lone Ranger.
Oh shit. I don't like the feel of this. Let's get out of here. Yes, I'm making this quick because I don't know if this line is secure. We need to meet at the appointed time, at the place of the high ram.
I copy the high ram. We need to be at the place of the ram at the appointed time.
Okay, I copy that. The high ram. I'm on my way.
I'm gonna follow you to the meeting.
So it's all adding up. They got me working on something, but I don't know what it is. They already killed another guy who must have gotten too close. To what? I don't know. I gotta tell you, I'm scared as hell now.
Imhotep says they got you working on a cure for them, not for us. This is why he's come back to this time period, to take care of these guys.
Cure for who? Who is them?
The translucents. They are dying in your presence.
He says the translucents are dying in our presence. What does that mean?
Wait a minute. That guy on the street, what's his name? Jetman. He must be hearing the voices you're hearing.
You hear that? He said they hear. They hear, man. What are we gonna do? It's the end of the world. It's the end of the world, God.
Always talking to himself about aliens are here. I thought he was crazy, you know. Hearing voices.
Not voices, the voice of Master Imhotep Sarah, Lord of the Seventh Ray, who travels between the ninth house and the Duat.
The Duat? The corridor between heaven and earth.
The radiance of soul vibration is too high for the Lulu.
The radiance of soul vibration. Now, what does that mean?
We will have to provide protection for everyone, including Sophie. Keep a low profile until we make our move. Do not talk to anyone outside this group. There's more to be revealed.
What?
What? Whoa.
Master Imhotep will come soon. He will explain everything.
Oh, I can't take this.
This is too real right here. Dr. Oko, call me as soon as you get this message. ASAP.
So what are you gonna do?
Get out of here. I gotta get out of here. And you gotta bounce too. And Sophia. Oh yeah. She called me. Better call her back. She called me when I was in class.
Dr. Oko, I'm so glad you called.
Sophia, what's the problem?
We gotta meet right now. I can't go into it over the phone.
All right, I hear you. Let's meet at the place where we discussed earlier, okay?
Okay, I'm on my way.
Whatever it is, it's not good. She sounds terrified. We better get over there.
So I realized when I read the article that this guy they found dead is the Lone Ranger.
No way.
Yeah, so I'm scared as hell because they probably know I contacted him.
Here comes Het Rukar. We gotta get you two somewhere safe so we can figure this out. We got a problem now. The Lone Ranger's been killed.
Figures. Okay, that's it. You guys gotta go undercover immediately. Let's go.
They're completely onto us. We're gonna have to eliminate all of them. I just don't know where the intelligence is coming from.
What are you talking about, Marcus? We need this DNA to survive. And like it or not, the blacks have it. It holds the biological key to create life. And we are dying off. We can't recreate ourselves in human form without this original DNA. They hold the biological key to tanning, erections, aging, sleep, everything else. Everything. Let's not forget about the black woman who gave us hope in the 1950s. The original cell line for cloning came from her.
What?
Everybody uses her cells now for cloning. Everyone. So we need this original DNA.
What? Is that where all these products are coming from? Research on the blacks?
Not just research. No one's gonna miss a few homeless people.
Girl, I am broke right now. It's serious. You feel me? I mean, I'm broker than a bottle upside somebody's head at a bar fight. Imagine that. You know what I mean? Like, I really need to figure out how to get this paper. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, my man, you looking for work? Got something for you.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah.
Come on then. What about you, sister?
No, I heard about y'all. Never get my kidneys.
Oh, damn. Are you saying what I think you're saying, Jeb? Yeah, the Atlanta child murders. Jeb, you're a man, well, whatever you are, after my heart. I thought for a minute that you were trying to protect him.
Long enough to get a cure from them. I can't get near them.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
That's not what I mean. My kind can't get close to them. Their souls give off a light, like the sun. A light that's toxic to us. Margaret, we need a lot of that original DNA. And that's why we need help the blacks to do the work. If we used white chemists, somebody would get too suspicious. This way, it looks like the blacks are doing research on themselves.
Jeb, sorry to inform you, but too many people are already too suspicious. Looks like we're going to have to terminate all of them. We're going to have to rebuild the lab.
Damn it, Margaret. Dr. Oko is the best biochemist in America. Better than Dr. Zebula. Killing him would be a terrible loss to us. But I guess we can't afford to be exposed either.
They turned the lights on. Let's go. Dr. Oko, where are you going? NSA, get out of my way.
I'm Kyle Sarah, make me.
Oko.
Go ahead.
I'll take off. I'll be the decoy.
Come on, get away.
Don't worry. We can track them. They have cell phones.
Where are we headed?
We're going to Red Rocks.
Let's get a read on the telephones.
10-4.
Damn it. That's a decoy.
Oh yeah, here they go. Back here. Yeah, I got something for him. I got a plan.
right over here.
Take those agents out.
Take care of it.
What the hell? Let's check these guys out.
He's the
That's good.
damn.
Damn is right.
It's that lizard.
He's all the way reptile now. He's ready for the alligators. Can we close this up now? Yeah, we can close this up.
Pretty hungry now. I got something.
Those agents were acting outside of the agency on behalf of the ruler. No one will come looking for them. You have successfully altered the destiny of the people by ending this fraudulent plan. However, remain vigilant. This is not the end. The drug companies will not give up the opportunity to reap huge profits off the sale of these drugs and off these diseases. There will be no cures sold, for that would be the end of disease, and that would mean the end of profits. The Mulu will regroup. They will seek another means to obtain the divine substance. The people will need your protection. Continue your discipline in pursuit of the highest. And remember that the soul is the true substance behind time and space. I leave you now in peace. Shim Hotel.
How did he do that?
He is a master of the forces of nature. I mean, he can bend time and space with his voice. I still can't believe I was once a powerful queen.
You were, and still are. Really, most people don't know who they really are, could be. That's why the prophet Hotep said, take care of all of your children. Because you don't know which ones in the end will take care of you.
Hey, is anybody hungry? I need to get something to eat and then sleep for like 6 months. Okay.
Wow, the Seven Sisters were really on point. We are crossing over. My friends, things just got a lot more serious. But we got the heads up. And we got help from the past as we go forward into the future.
Yes, help from a time that binds us. Forwards ever, backwards never.
So I found out some folks out there belong to a clone race. Hey, Jet Man, you took care of that problem.
Yeah, brother. He told me about you. See, I don't see dude, but I hear. And can I borrow $1? It's been a long week, and I can't spare no more skin at the homeless shelter.
So they're making products out of us now.